Well, I guess it was inevitable. I guess there's a first time for everything. A lot of the vehicles I worked on were older ones. The newer ones, they start putting these high torque on these lug nuts, and you mix that with a little water and stuff, and over a period of time they get so difficult to get off, they just round off. And this is the first lug nut I ever stripped off, or rounded off, I mean. My uncle had a gas station in St. Petersburg in the 60s. Anyway, and I've been working on cars off and on since I was 14 years old, but this is the first lug nut, my very first one. Maybe I'm going to save it as a souvenir. Anyway, I guess you can see that. Well, I got a plan, and normally what a person would do, I think that's a 21 millimeter. But I think normally what a person would do is get a 13/16, I believe, socket, pound it over the nut. Anyway, a socket that's smaller, just a little smaller than your lug nut, and you just pound it over that, and then that should help you take it off. But then if that strips, what are you going to do? So anyway, if you pound a socket over that lug nut right there, then it might work. But here's what I decided to do. I got this kit on Amazon, and it's designed to take care of problems just like I described without having to use a regular socket. These are made for taking those off. And I got an assortment of hammers that I had. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Probably the one that won't work right. Anyway, this is what I ended up with. And I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to take my 21 millimeter out of this, and I'm going to go pound it onto that lug nut, and then I'm going to attach this extremely large breaker bar, and that's what I used. I was able to get all the other ones off. Barely made it, but they finally broke free. This is the only one. I guess I didn't have the socket on far enough. So here goes. I've noticed the sockets are recessed a little bit. That way, when you hammer on them, you don't actually ruin the hole that the wrench would go into. It doesn't blow the square out of square. Anyway, I tried the 21 for fit, and it looks like the 22 is the one I'm going to use. I'm trying to drive it in and get it as flush to the back part as I can, but it feels a little loose. Maybe I don't have it in far enough. Find out. Yippee skippy, guys. How about that? Okay. Well, that was just too easy. I was really expecting something drastic. Okay, so I bought this kit because I don't know how those back wheels are going to react. And like I said, I got all the other ones broke loose, so I'm going to remove that tire now. That'll give me a chance to work on the engine without the tire being in the way. So I'm really happy. This kit also comes with extractors, I guess. This bar, in case your nut stays in that socket and it won't come out. You can see how that socket is serrated with reverse claws to tighten up as you try and take it loose. Anyway, I'll pull the nut off and show you what it looks like. So you can see the threads had built up a little rust over the period of time. Like I said, this is a 2000 Yukon. So here I am blaming the mechanic for putting them on too tight, yet they might have been exactly right at 140. So let's chalk it up for rust and not the mechanic. I'd rather believe it's rust myself. Okay, let's see what we're looking at here. There she is. One rounded off nut. You can see how the tool bit into it when you drive it over the nut. It just digs right in. Wonderful tool, well worth the investment. If I only get one nut off, but at least you know it's there, or at least I know it's there in case I need it again. All right, so there you have it. One tool taking one rounded lug nut off. So this repair went really well. I'm very happy with it. My lug nut's happy, it's off. And I hope if you guys run into something as bad as what I did, that you'll be able to get your situation solved as easy as mine was. I want to thank you all for watching and subscribing. This repair went really well, and I hope it gives you a little insight on what you might have to do should you run into the same problem. And this is Steve AZ711, Can They Drive Garage, saying bye for now.